You're listening to the Global Countdown first broadcast on the briefing on the 13th of March.
And finally, Thursdays are something of hallowed ground here on The Briefing because Fernando Augusto, Pacheco, Monocle's senior correspondent, joins me right here in the studio now for this week's Global Countdown. And Faye, we are headed to Mexico, a country that I feel like you talk about quite a lot. I think you like Mexico, but we haven't done its music for a while.
I do like Mexico, and I haven't been there many times actually, but I admire their culture, and I think it's quite interesting looking at it musically. Because, Chris, in South America especially in Spanish-speaking South America, Latin America, big artists like Bad Bunny, they dominate the charts. So it's almost like what people listen in Argentina is the same as Ecuador and Peru. And of course, Mexicans are also listening to this, but they have a very strong identity.
I was going to say, is there a bit of a divide between kind of that North American, even though it's Latin American and South America?
Maybe a little bit, but also their artists are starting to kind of slowly go into other countries and becoming more popular, including, of course, the US. I mean, in fact, we're going to start at number 5. They sing regional Mexican music, but they are actually from California. But they sing, so there's a little bit of
crossover.
There's a lot of crossover here, and they are becoming very cool, and I'll tell you why. But let's first listen to Fuerza Regida por esos ojos.
Me hice malandro, tú la más buena, la envidia del antro, niña, no me digas que no, que esta noche te hago el amor.
There is something very Mexican. You listen to it, it's like it is from Mexico. You know, I think that's soft power for you.
It's that question, I guess, which way round is this going? Is this Mexico influencing the US and California, or California influencing Mexico?
I think probably the other way, Mexico influencing California a little bit.
Bringing its culture north.
But I did say that Mexican music is going global. So, for example, this band, Fuerza Regida, they were actually performing at Paris Men's Fashion Week in January. So, as I said, they are coming to Europe. They are going to other countries in South America. And it's really good to see that in the world of Mexican music.
It's a positive thing for Mexico. That's what we're saying. What do we have at number 4?
Quite unique tone of voice. Some people think he's got a little bit of a hoarse tone of voice. Did I say this correctly?
Yeah, hoarse, raspy.
Very raspy. And number 4 is the Mexican singer-songwriter Tito WP with Rosones.
Traigo buen respaldo y un chingo de morras conocen mi cama. Mi amor, no soy celoso.
I mean, it's not a Rod Stewart kind of raspy.
Not quite.
It's a bit of a different type of raspy, but he's definitely leaning into those R's.
Yes, raspy enough for 2025. And it's interesting, he's the cousin of Peso Pluma. Peso Pluma, I think he's probably the biggest Mexican artist at the moment, although he doesn't have any new music right now. But
I think we feature Peso Pluma on Monocle Radio.
Last time, yes, Peso Pluma. We do have one track by Peso Pluma. But the cousin now is almost as big as Peso Pluma.
Cousin stepping into the limelight, taking over in 2025.
He did write songs for Peso Pluma as well.
Well, now he's stepping in. He doesn't want to write songs for his brother and his cousin anymore.
Exactly.
Number 3, where are we heading here? These are all Mexican tracks, I get the feeling as well, right? There's no sort of outside influence here.
Maybe there is a number 3. It is a Mexican artist, but, we're listening to a lot of corridos tumbados, a lot of regional Mexican music. But at number 3, we have a singer that's his type of music, what I just mentioned. But for this song in particular, it is pure reggaeton. So there is also some Mexican artists already doing some reggaeton as well. So again, more crossover.
Caribbean influence, it's all there.
So I think these days, Chris, it's very hard not to be influenced about the world. But this song is very fun. He's only 22. It's more for the dance floor. I mean, look at the name of the track, Loco, Crazy. This is Nathan Vega.
No, y no, no me digas que no. Si yo sé bien que te gustó. Y no, no me digas que no. Si yo sé bien que te gustó. Me dijo tu amiga que tienes el corazón roto. Desde que ando libre me la paso bien loco. Melday, no necesito tus polvos. Me prestaron otros y otra vez ando bien coco. Me dijo tu amiga que tienes el corazón roto. Desde que ando libre me la paso bien loco.
And it's funny that Tom Vega, I was reading an interview he did. He said he was not feeling quite comfortable, performing the song. It's not his usual kind of type of music, but he's doing well.
He's branching out. I have to say, Faye, that had a little bit of a Eurovision feel to it, which does bring me to the fact that Latin America is still trying to launch their own Eurovision. Is Mexico going to be part of that?
I think that would be a great idea. They did. We discussed this, Chris. They tried an American song contest. It didn't quite work. But I guess with Latin America it might be different because we're talking here about different countries. That could work. So maybe, don't worry, the American Song Contest no more, but we need a Latin American Song Contest.
Watch this space. What do we have for number 2? Alemán. Is this German related? Where's the Alemán coming
Honestly, I tried looking. It is German related, but I have no idea why he's called Alemán. All I know is that he's a 35-year-old rapper. His father also loved hip-hop. His father was a former breakdancer.
He just calls himself German. Alemán is German.
Spanish, but even in Brazil, like a lot of people call Alemão. I think it's very random. People call them Alemão, but it has no connection with Germany whatsoever. This song is more hip-hop. So actually, we're having a lot of different genres here. Reggaeton, the corridos tumbados, traditional from Mexico. It's time for some hip-hop here with Alemán, Te Quería Ver.
Tiré por el Insta, solo le dije hola. Mami, vamos a ver, nos extraña mucho esa cola. Yo te voy a cuidar, aquí cargo una tola. Y pa' comprarte todo tengo un chingo de dólares. Me dicen el patrón, mami, tú eres la patrona. Me pongo belicón, tú te pones belicona. Si quería tenerte de frente en persona, mátame las ganas porque tú eres mi matona. Dame tu mano, los dos juntos volamos, locos estamos.
I have to say at this point, Fernando, that my American uncle used to always collect rap music in foreign languages. He loved hearing rap in any language that wasn't American. I think he'd like that one.
He would that'll be amazing. That'll be a good one for him, I think. Alemán, Te Quería Ver. I mean, write this down. So we had hip-hop, corridos tumbados, we had reggaeton.
There is a variety, I'll give you that. Yeah, a variety of influences, styles, but also, as I say, countries, a little bit from the US, a little from the Caribbean. It's a mix.
How about a depressive ballad? Maybe that's what we need.
A ballad.
we were missing a ballad. I mean, it's a funny ballad. I mean, you're going to listen to this. The song is called 7 Dias, and I will understand why it's such a sad song. And it is performed by Gabito Ballesteros, and Tito Double P is back.
Ya no me ves, gastar los billetes pendientes.
Dime qué tienes si nos juramos un amor para siempre. Ya no te hagas la que no me quieres, que en esos ojos se ve que aún me quieres. ¿Me entiendes?
A very Mexican-style ballad.
Very dramatic. And it's called 7 Days or Siete Dias because basically the singer's reflecting his lover left for 7 days. So after he was spending...
And came back?
He didn't come back.
Didn't come back. Left for 7 days and stayed away.
There's no happy ending to the story. Well, there is a happy ending because in the end he just move on to the next steps of his life. So, I mean, it's not completely sad. Sometimes these things happen in life. And he was perhaps drinking a little bit too much alcohol. But even that is sorted now.
Well, I'm glad that was sorted for him. And he has a #1 hit in Mexico.
Exactly.
That is also a happy ending.